So today we're gonna look at the 6 photos that you should have on your dating profile. On Hinge, which is the dating app I think you should use if it's popular in your country, on that app you need to have 6 photos. Whatever app you're using, I think you should have at least 4 photos to show enough of your lifestyle and your appearance. Some of these photos might overlap, like your full body photo might also be your lifestyle photo. But this is a general guide of the 6 photos you should look to have on your profile. So we start with 2 portraits. So you should have 2 very nice looking photos of yourself. Your portrait is also your most important photo, which usually goes as the first picture of your profile. I like to have the best portrait as my first photo and the other portrait as my last photo. So you start really strong and you end really strong. Ideally, you want the portrait to look professional, but also natural. And having a great profile photo can really be a game changer for you. Next, you should have 1 full body shot that kind of shows you what kind of body type you are. You don't really want to be deceiving about that. Now this full body shot can also be a lifestyle shot, a social shot, or whatever. Just basically make sure that not all of your photos are just like portraits or just of your face. Then ideally you also want to have 1 social photo. I've seen profiles that do really well without the social photo, but it can definitely add to your profile. A perfect social photo would be with a mix of men and pretty women. I would avoid having photos with not so attractive women on your profile because that kind of lowers your perceived value. The reason why I recommend a mix of men and pretty women is because if you only have men, it can kind of come off as like a bro photo. And if you only have women and you on your photo, it can feel a bit too approval seeking, like you're trying too hard to look cool and show that you have pretty women in your life. Make also sure that everybody on the photo is having a good time and smiling. You want to show that being around you can be a fun experience. You should also be easily identifiable on the photos, so don't have a photo with tons of people where you can barely see you. And it can also be good if you're on the foreground of the photo, let's say a group selfie perhaps that you have taken. Now a lot of guys might not have this sort of photos, so next time you go out with friends or do something fun with friends, just take a photo of the group. Keep in mind you only need 1 great photo. You should also try to have 2 lifestyle photos on your profile, something that shows what kind of life you live, what kind of hobbies you have, or shows your personality. Maybe some sort of sports, musical instrument, traveling, whatever it might be. It should show that you have an interesting life and you're an interesting person. It's also great if they provide some sort of conversation starters. So maybe it's some sort of cool hobby that people can comment on. Make sure you still look good on these photos as well. Photos with dogs or pets feel a bit cliche now, but to be fair, they still work. So having a great photo with a dog or an animal can work very well. If you're a very funny person, you can show your goofy side, maybe have a funny photo, but don't make all of your photos funny. Then you just look too silly in a way. Also make sure your photos are not all the same. So you're not in the same locations in several photos. You don't wear the same outfit on several photos. Your photos are not only portraits, they're not only wide shots. So you have a variety of different photos. You need to look cool but also friendly on your photos. So make sure that some of your photos have a genuine smile or laugh. That makes you look more approachable and likable. Put the best 2 photos of all those 6 as your first and second photo. And like I said, it's great to have the last photo as a great portrait of yourself. Also keep in mind that you only look as good as your worst photo. So if you have an option to have less photos and make sure that they're all great photos, go for that. So the quality and strength of your photos largely determines how successful you will be on online dating. So if you want to have your perfect online dating profile sorted out quickly, book your photo shoot and profile setup with me. You can also book a coaching session at tristanexton.com. If you have a situation you need help with or you want me to give feedback on your texting game, email me at contact@tristanexton.com and I will reply in a future video. Also don't forget to subscribe and like the video. Thanks a lot and see you later. Try to catch me howling at the moon.